Hello, my fellow grounder pounders. I'm here with my girlfriend
What is that?
And so
to
our story
start
begins.
watching Fable 2. It's my new name for people. I'm gonna try it out. Every,
But
Grounder
who is the hero
pounders?
for the tale?
everybody has every YouTuber has
Then
like
let
a
our
hello
destiny
thing that they
unfold.
always say. Anyway, I'll explain more later. Just watch this. Okay.
I think we need to rethink that name.
I'm telling you, it's got a great reason. No, I guarantee nobody else has used it. Anyway.
I feel like I'm in church.
I think it's kind of mystical more than religious.
It just reminds me when they sing the high
Yeah,
songs. Like, beautiful. That is a picture.
yeah. The rest of the game doesn't look like that. It's called an opening cinematic.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I feel like Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah,
Don't you get that feel?
yeah. This game is unabashedly British, and it's
Is that?
humor. Yes,
Oh,
that is
I
what it
was
is.
like, is that snow or is that? Okay,
Yes,
gotcha.
it's a British game.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now this game's a little bit old.
Oh, yuck.
I remember I never played the first one. This is called
Mhm.
Fable 2.
Like finding a four-leaf
And
clover.
in this one,
Although
you
I think
can
I
choose
prefer
to
the
be a
clover.
boy or a girl, and you kind of start your adventure off there. As far as role-playing games
Mhm.
go,
Castle Fairfax
it's
was so
limited on the
pleasant.
customization.
It must have been
You
running
can't like
direct.
make your character look how you want.
Bet Lord
Kind of just
Hastings
comes
wouldn't
in a
mind stopping
standard
this time of
template.
year.
But you
Mhm.
can dress them
I
in a
bet he's been
variety of
really
ways.
lonely since his wife and his little brother
An
died.
entire probably
That
year
castle,
or at least
I'm
summer
sorry
of my
for it.
life was
If only we could live there.
captive or was just around this game and when I can play it and when people stop talking to me so that I can
What
play
is
it
going
more.
on over there?
And
Come with me, sis.
and
How old were you?
I was in like eighth grade or
Yeah.
freshman year, summer or something.
Hello there, young brother.
Um,
You look hungry.
and it just really takes you away. You know, it was
Never
really
be that
nice.
Mm.
hungry. The
Um,
answer is no.
You'll be back.
and it's got
And
that
I'll
really
be
fun,
waiting for
mystical
you.
fable
Mhm.
theme to it. And the game doesn't take itself, in my opinion, too seriously. But yes, there are some serious moments towards the beginning, but it's all around fun. Um, I was trying to figure out, yeah, there's the kick button. Yeah.
A ladies and a gentleman.
So this is kind of going to be like the beginning tutorial that I'm showing you right now. And again, it's just to give you a feel for the game,
Right.
and a feel for the humor, a feel for what it's like. This one's going to be more of a sampling than the recent ones I've done where it's kind of um, everything I can jam pack into something. This is more of just the feeling of the game.
I'll take it. Very wise. Now, just remember, the magic only works.
And this fairy tale vibe that it has going on, and you being a part of it, really takes you away.
Yeah, I can see that. I like that snow.
Unassuming box
Mm-hmm.
is actually a device created by the ancients, as used by the old kingdom rulers themselves. Turn the handle 3 times.
So as you can hear, he's trying to sell a bunch of junk. However, there's a music
No
box.
such thing as magic.
Down in front.
We live in grim times indeed, if the young are too world-weary to believe in magic. Most children your age believe eagerly.
Look, I can see your eyes are bad, but I'm telling you, that music box is rubbish.
That's what the seller thinks. He has no idea what he stumbled upon. But you have an inkling, don't you? Some part of you wants to believe it's magic.
What? You really think it could be?
For 5 gold coins, you could have your answer.
For 5 gold coins, we could eat for a week.
So naturally, this game has this,
At the end of that week, you and your little sparrow
this,
would be
this
no closer
again,
to
kind
your
of this
dream, no closer to
unabashedly
the
British
inside of that
sort of
beautiful
thing.
castle.
In all areas,
What do you think
we're
this
in
way?
fall, we're in like old-timey
Yeah, we
London.
could
It
get
feels
5
like,
gold
you know,
pieces.
Yeah.
with all the
Maybe this could be
little
a way out of here after all.
shack-like
What is there to
wooden
lose at this
cabin
point?
houses things.
Come on, there must be
And
someone around here who'll pay us
we're
gold
going to
too.
try to get the music
Think of
box
something.
and go around, and that's going to be our first quest. Also, in this game, you can interact with the characters in a very limited
Did
way.
he just scratch his butt?
Yeah, but it's just like a standard thing that they do in this game
Oh,
while
it
they
is. I
wait.
thought
Yeah.
you were doing.
No. I saw somebody at my job yesterday do that. You know, somebody walked, like a customer that wasn't related walked in, and then I was just like, I just stared at him because I was like, is that really what you did? And then she looked at me and I went, you need any help? She goes, no, and walked away.
Oh my god. I don't get that.
Yeah, that was like a weird thing. Anyway, so these are his likes. Seduce is for when you get older, just so you know the game doesn't allow you to seduce when you're a child, which is
Yeah,
good.
that's kind of a good thing.
It is. I wasn't saying it like it wasn't a feature.
We can go to Bow Lake when the
Anyway.
weather's better.
Very
There's a
cheap
nice
one.
campsite
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Anyway, so it's a limited interaction and it's kind of old. Let me see if I can figure out when it came out, maybe.
Hello, Derek. Lose something?
My arrest warrants blew right out of my
But this
hands.
game, I mean,
They could be in
I had so much fun with it.
Bowerstone by now, and I can't
You
leave
can
my
literally get
post.
married to everybody,
Hey, why don't
to
you find them
people,
for me?
start a little family, and again, some of it's
Sounds fun, right?
a little limited.
How much to little country?
Oh, it's not as old as I thought it was. It's from 2008?
Listen, kids.
Doesn't really seem
it's
right.
the 5 most wanted criminals in Bowerstone.
Whatever.
Well, how badly do you
But
want it?
I found it a lot of fun. I thought it was like the 2000s,
One
but
gold
okay.
for all 5 warrants.
2008.
Yeah, it's not too far ago. Too long ago. I know it's like 10 years, but like,
I know, I was just trying to do the
Yeah.
math.
Hello, children.
it's like 10 years.
Hello. What's that?
Anyway, so,
This? Why, it's only the most amazing device
yeah,
ever
so you just go around, you can help a bunch of townspeople out, and they're all like a bunch of characters, and it's all very silly and fun.
Very rich.
And
If only I could find someone
and
to
each of these
modify
like
for
non-player characters, these
We'll do it
NPCs,
for a gold
you can
piece.
still make them laugh and make them like you, and then they'll follow you around town if you make them love you, and they'll just go, oh, she's great, isn't she? And they'll just clap for you. And it sounds kind of silly, but
Gold piece
it really
just
does make you
stand
feel
there.
kind of more
Sounds
connected
alright,
to the
doesn't it?
world.
Mhm.
A picture of 2 kids
Naturally, you
like
can do some things
bound to
that
soften a few hearts. What do you say?
are a little bit less than helpful in this game,
Now,
but
all
they're
you have to
funny.
do is strike a
Like
pose
during
on
his
the device.
capturing
You'll be
device
positively
taking, you can
betwiddled
either
by
make
the
a heroic
results.
pose or you can do another
You what?
expression gesture sort of thing.
Ah, yes, I've
And
been
and
by
because
the
this is a
vocabularium
role-playing
with a
game and because it
wonderful
is
book
fun to
bought
see
from
what
Mago
happens
the
when you do
trader.
stuff,
And
I do the
source.
other gesture.
He's a bit silly, isn't he? But this could be fun.
Pull the other one. What's he doing now?
You don't want that gold coin, do you?
Anytime you're ready,
Yeah.
children.
So, yeah. I know, it's gross. But,
Oh my god.
and then if you miss the button, like you're supposed to release the button when
Yeah.
it's on the green, but if
Yeah.
you don't release it on the green, it backfires.
Oh,
And when you do that gesture, it backfires a little poorly.
One sheet of matching paper, so it'll have to do.
So this is what I'm talking about when you get to interact with the kids and stuff. And then they're just like, oh, she's great. And some each of them have different things that they like, and you can buy expressions. So by the end of it, all your expressions are filled up, and it sounds weird.
That is interesting.
But it's just a way for you to acquire new sayings. Like you'll read a book, and then you'll figure out all this stuff.
Back, won't you?
You can barely stand as it is.
But they can. Bet they can walk straight even. Get my booze back from that git magpie, and I'll give you a gold piece for it. He's not even a proper beggar. Has piles of stuff, and it's all stolen from bona fide tramps like my good self.
Let it go, Pete. Save your money for important things.
It is his money. Can't he decide how to spend it?
She's making all kinds of sense.
Well, let's talk about my money. You find that bottle, and I'll
So
pay
the
you to keep
wolves,
it out of his
I
hands.
think, is one of the best things about this game, and the fact that you can just play and it really throws you in it.
Come on, help an old man out.
And rather be part of, you know, stupid middle school or
Let's find this magpie.
some boring freshman year when I still have like 3 or 4 more years to go. It was very rewarding to be in this world, you know, and I think that's what I enjoyed most about it, was just how you could really, you grow up in this too. You become an adult at a certain point in the game, yeah.
So your character actually physically changes?
Your character physically changes from a child into an adult.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was also always a fun thing.
That's quite interesting. I don't think I've ever personally seen that.
Yeah.
Have I? Like, is that...
No. So far, all the games that we've shown have kind of been like movies in the fact that they're a snapshot of a character's life.
Sure, it's not your breath.
I'll give you a gold piece for it.
Sounds good to me.
No, don't fall off the wagon.
And it's filled. The game's filled with these choices that you can do the good thing or the bad thing.
Does he sound like he needs
But because
that?
the game neither
I'll
punishes
give
you
a
for
gold piece
either, at least immediately, it always goes, well, you can get a
Give
gold
me
coin
the
from
one.
him or her.
No, don't.
I always end up doing the good thing.
Oh.
Hold it. There's some paper in the bottle. I think this is yours.
And we're collecting the warrants that flew out of his hand.
Don't drink
The
it. It'll ruin your life.
sheriff or whatever he was called.
You admit it.
I guess I do.
For some reason, the fact that it's snowing is making it so much more fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just giving it this...
Oh, you poor
I don't know,
man.
like, it just kind of
You don't
reminds me
want
of,
the
like,
bottle.
Christmas Carol kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, and then you buy the magical box
Yeah.
that you wanted to. But I wanted to leave that out so that people that are inspired to play this game or whatever can find that out on their own. So you buy the box, it
Children,
disappears, and here we go.
Come to my attention that
Wind
you
up in the
have some
castle.
sort of magic box.
May I see it?
It vanished, my lord. We were winding it up and we made a wish and then it started to glow and it disappeared.
After you used it,
Yes, my lord. The man who sold it to us said it was magic.
the box is of no interest to me. What's remarkable is that you were able to use it. What was your wish?
Oh,
Well, speak up. What did you wish for?
to live in a castle like this one.
Perhaps that could be arranged. I'm working to rebuild... Well, I'm working on something wonderful, for which I need individuals with particular talents. Let us find out if you possess
I
them.
was trying to get a good shot.
Would you
Just saying.
kindly
I
stand
can
in the
see.
circle?
Yeah, it wasn't working
Getting
out
a
as
little
well.
dizzy.
Yeah, sorry.
I promise it won't hurt you.
I like looking at the little in-game models of all the characters.
What's that?
Nothing to worry about. Go on, stand in the circle.
It's all right, little sparrow. Don't be afraid. It doesn't hurt.
It's true. Your blood. You are heroes.
Yeah,
Heroes?
things aren't
You
going to
mean like
turn
in
out
love
so well
stories?
for you in the next little bit.
Why?
I know. Your cute little face is so sad and scared right now.
Well, I just thought, oh, that's nice. They find that they met. Oh, he's not good.
No, he's not.
You're heroes, but you're not
His
any of the
wife
three.
and his
I
family
can't allow
died
you to live
recently,
either.
and he's obsessed with bringing them back.
Oh,
And
creepy.
he thinks that you would have prevented him from bringing them back. So, kid goes out of the window. However, heroes can survive great falls. So while it looks like we died, we are a hero, and it's unknown to him because all of this is lost. All of this information about heroes is gone, but heroes can survive great falls.
Lucian disappeared from Castle Fairfax that night, certain that those who might stand in his way were dead. But some grief is so great, even death may keep its distance. And so the girl survived. Days later, far from the dark alleys of Bowerstone, life slowly returned to her small, broken body. The girl awoke to a familiar face watching over a strange bed. She reached out for the comfort of the dog's warm fur, ready to take her first steps in a new life. 10 winters blanketed Albion. 10 summers filled the air with the sounds of insects and laughter. With time, the girl's pain turned to strength. Her grief became will. A will to change the world and to avenge the death that still haunted her every dream.
So now you're an adult. So you kind of,
So did the brother die?
the sister,
Or the sister
yeah,
died?
Rose. Rose, unfortunately, yeah. And now you've apparently lived your life in this gypsy camp. And I always like to marry. You can marry one person from each town, and they won't find out about each other. So every town that I visited when I was younger, I would have like a different wife there, and like a family and a kid and everything. And then I would go to my home in Oakvale, and I'd give my wife there a present.
Well, this one's drinking.
Yeah.
You didn't choose well.
No, I didn't. But they're all, they're I guess they're like traveling gypsies. So I figured they just live. That's how they, they drink and party a lot.
What is he doing?
She's going like, oh yeah. See, and they love it. They eat this shit up.
Why is he doing that? Because he got another wife?
No. So this is my character, and they're like ragamuffin stuff, and she's just, she's entertaining the people, and my new girlfriend loves it. Look, Simza the gypsy, she's super into it.
Did you see her?
I know, she's really hitting it, okay? But she's the only one that's lesbian and into me. So you gotta make your concessions. When I was younger, I would play the game out. I don't know how I did this, but how I remember doing it, because I don't think I ever played this game as a guy. But what you can do at the end of the game is there's this, you find this potion to turn yourself from a guy into a girl or a girl into a guy. And what I did was I impregnated all of my wives and then turned myself back into a girl or whatever so that I could have kids. But I don't remember how I did that now, because I thought you only got to do it once. But...
You never know when I might have a sail-off.
And then you've got to give them a wedding ring to become engaged. But it's just kind of... Oh, okay, before we go wondering why I'm in underwear. The clothes were gross in this game, and I got new tattoos. I think the tattoos are super cool. She's only going to be in her underwear for a little bit, okay? But I'm not going to wear those disgusting clothing. Look how cool those tattoos are.
Take this.
Shut up. Shut up.
It is a powerful
Okay.
artifact.
It looks bad.
It does.
It does. But it's I did it when I played as a guy. If I did, I don't remember if I did. But the tattoos are super cool, and you saw how gross the gypsies' clothing were.
The seal will allow you to enter that tomb. In its darkest
It's just a
depths
swimsuit,
lies
okay?
the chamber of fate. When you come out again, you will be stronger.
Your
much
weird
stronger.
face is making it weird. It's no big deal.
Now go.
So,
Oh, giant beetles.
so in this game you can attack with 3 different buttons, and it's super easy attacking. Don't worry, I'm not going to show you a lot of this stuff. It was just to show you what the combat's like. This is one of the many books written about the hero of Oakvale who defeated the dreaded Jack of Blades. Though there are many conflicting reports regarding the hero's life and his feats, all accounts agree that he wielded the legendary sword of Aeons against Jack and slew him twice, once in Jack's human form, State, and again in the form of a dragon. Among his many other accomplishments are his victory in the Witchwood Arena, the slaying of the White Balverine, and the freeing of the prophets of the Fireheart, though any official records of his possible offspring would have been destroyed in the civilian attack on the Heroes Guild. It is believed that his bloodline continued, and that one day a new hero will emerge to save Albion in its time of need. And that's really who you are. You're a descendant of this hero of Oakvale. And so was your sister. That's why he had to do away with
This
both of you.
academy trained the most supremely gifted sons and daughters of Albion,
And
bound together by the blood that
you're going to have
flowed in their
yourself
veins.
awakened, and you can
Once
do 3
worshipped by the
attacks. You
people
can do a
of
magic
Albion, the
attack,
great
a
heroes
shooting
came to be
attack,
feared and hated. No
or
man
a
alive
sword
today
attack.
remembers
And you
the
get to
night
mix
the
those
guild
up.
burned, and now
And
it
I
lies
think
forgotten.
it's
But
a
the
simple
heroes are
system,
not
but it's a lot of
all
fun
gone. You are here.
to not
And that
choose
same
and to be
heroic
all of them.
blood flows
You can
through
choose
you.
which to specialize
Look
in.
around at these walls.
I like the dog.
Your forebear,
Yeah, you also
one
get
of
a
the
dog.
mightiest
Yeah, I
heroes
think
who
it's
ever
cool.
lived.
I hate
At
the
a young
dog in the
age, he
beginning.
suffered a
But then you can
devastating
give him a
loss,
potion to turn
from which
him
he
into a
never truly
Siberian Husky,
recovered. But when
and
the
it's an
world tried to
amazing
crush
game
him,
then.
he fought
Really?
back.
Yeah, he
He grew
becomes a
strong,
husky after that.
strong
It's
enough to
adorable.
reshape the world as he saw fit. You must do the same.
And also you
The
get to
guild
choose
has
whether or not you're like a
reacted to
good guy or a bad guy, and you
Step
get to
into the
grow
light.
you get to grow
Learn
demon
the true
horns if you're a
power
bad
of
guy,
heroes.
and you look super badass.
Your blood is awakening.
And you get a halo if you're good, which is super cool too.
You can now channel the experience you have collected into strength, skill, or will. Strength improves
cool, right?
combat with
Yeah.
hand-to-hand weapons. Skill allows you to shoot faster and with
So
greater
that's just
accuracy.
I'm just showing you the
Will
powers
gives
that
you
you've now
control over
awoken
the forces of
inside
nature.
yourself.
Look at the dog.
Yeah, he's pretty cute. And there's lots of mechanics surrounding these orbs. You have to either shoot magic at them, and
You have not been able to use will yet, but the simple
it's not my
reach in this
favorite,
place
these little
has given
shooting
you
the
will
things with the
experience.
special sort of attack.
You need to
That's
learn
why I
the
thought it was an
ability
older
to
game,
activate
because
the
it seems
skill.
so antiquated. And then, you just run around and explore the world, and that was the meaty part right there. The meat of the story and stuff. Now is more of the just enjoying it part. Kind of.
The dog is so cute. He's like wagging his tail.
Yeah, no, he's super great.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's a little less than helpful. But he's
I
yeah.
know. Were you making him do that?
No,
Oh.
he found a treasure spot because he's
Oh.
just my buddy. And he's like, hey, come dig the treasure. And then he was all happy that I
Oh,
found the
that's
treasure. And he's just chasing his tail. But lo and behold, what was the real treasure? It was a ball for him to play with. So you can just play fetch with the dog too. So he'll go get it and bring it back, and which is, a really cute thing and lets you be in the world. So, anyway. Pretty great, right?
How are you doing?
Sometimes if you hit the button like several times repeatedly but don't hold it down, she begins the animation and restarts it over and over again.
It looked very strange.
Yeah. Another really cool thing about this game is you can literally buy the entire town.
Really?
Yeah, so you earn money in this game in real time. So every 5 minutes you'll get a profit of everything. And even if the console's turned off, you still get gold up to 10 hours or something. So even when you're sleeping and you go back to play the game, you've earned like $10,000 while you were away. I love to go to every single thing in
You're
the
very
game.
happy.
I really like to go to everybody in the game and buy everything, buy all the stalls, and own the entire town. I know, like, you earn a ton of money, and it's also a lot cooler because I always like reduce the prices a bunch, and then everybody's happy. Um, see what I'm saying about amassing a gigantic following? So I really love buying all these places, but to start off, you need money to buy stuff with, and you can actually get a job in this game.
A dress like that, I bet you can. I can't believe you have her running around town in front of everyone wearing that.
Well, first of all, I'm getting a lot of compliments right now in
Oh,
the game.
sure you are.
Yeah. And second off,
When is she getting clothes?
very soon, as soon as I have money to buy good ones. You're very hell-bent on this thing, okay? You've just got to make these concessions. I ran around naked the entire game of Oblivion because it made you run faster. I was a guy, too, so it wasn't like it wasn't weird. He just ran super quick actually I made him wear like sweatpants with his shirt off. It was hilarious. He had like long flowing blonde hair, but he was like the biggest coward of Oblivion because everybody was like, the hero of Oblivion, only he can close the gate. And really, as soon as I went in the gate, I just ran my ass off and didn't defeat a single monster. So
that's the first time I'm really seeing the tattoos.
They're super beautiful and cool. See what I'm saying?
Do you pick the tattoos?
You can pick from 5.
Oh, okay.
And you can buy them from other tattoos. And again, in the disgusting, scrappy ass clothing that you have in the beginning, I wanted to look at the cool tattoos. They're super beautiful. I gotta show them off. That's why I bought them. Anyway, your little face. Come on. So, if I had my way, I would have made an entire. How much do you think I recorded of this right here?
Well,
knowing me,
knowing you, yes, definitely a lot.
A full hour.
What? Hitting the thing?
I thought it was amazing. No.
I mean, just the same thing.
Let me explain.
Oh, okay. Well, it's pretty like.
I thought it was really comforting.
Like right now, it's been 2 minutes and I'm good.
I thought, okay, it's really I thought it was very comforting. It's kind of like capitalism digested. You work really hard, and once you reach a certain limit of making swords, you get promoted, and then you can go back. Now you earn more money for the same job. Mm-hmm. Then after you reach a certain gold limit, you get promoted again. And your little face is funny.
Yes, it is.
And so you get promoted again, and it's just it's like a raw, digestible little form of capitalism. The harder you work, the more you earn. The more you earn, the more you can buy, and the more you work, the more you get promoted. Mm-hmm. It's a nice little idealistic sort of economy. Mm-hmm. And then you can go buy clothes. And the clothes that I buy, honestly, they're not much better. I buy thigh boots and a corset and hot pants.
Oh my god.
There's a very specific way I dress this character. Okay?
Yeah, I can't wait to see this.
She looks adorable. This is old England. I didn't think that this video would be me defending myself on my fashion. She looks very stylish. And see, look, I don't have enough money for the thigh boots. She looks really nice. And you still get to see the tattoos. And then you can buy makeup and stuff.
Does she have any shoes on? She doesn't. I prefer she have shoes.
I'm buying the thigh boots.
Oh, okay, I didn't see them. I thought you said you weren't buying them.
I said I didn't have enough money.
Hope you enjoy it. How many bandits have you?
And again, this is what I'm talking about it being an old game. Is it doesn't let you it doesn't show you what the makeup looks like on you. So you have to jam your face into a wall to zoom in. But then I don't have enough money, so I go back to go earn some more. And I think it's really simple, but it's also kind of just calming, you know. You can really get into a zen-like phase. Nothing's gonna, especially when I was younger, you know, this was just really nice to like be rewarded for doing a job, even if it was as mundane as this. It was nice just to
I
know,
get
like,
that.
it was nice to know, like, hey, I can buy the town, and then once I purchase the town, I won't have to do this. Do you get what I mean about?
I do.
It's really cool. And but I get it. I didn't make 50 minutes or an hour more of this, but I had a full hour, extra hour, not even what I'm showing you. I had an extra hour of footage of just hitting the thing.
Hey, whatever, you know.
You know, I thought it was gold. I was like, this is what ASMR is all about, you know, just enjoying something. The sound is nice. We could just talk while we watch it, and soon you'll see how calming it was. I knew you were going to be skeptic as shit when we first began.
No, it's good. It's good.
So I ordered stuff from Target. I ordered 2 things from Target.
Like online?
Online, in real life. And
yeah, I didn't think they had Target.
It's been a terrible experience.
Why?
Okay. The first item that I ordered, they ran out of stock and they didn't tell me. So it said it should have arrived. 2 weeks after it said it should have arrived, I contacted somebody and they go, "Oh yeah, we got out of stock." You know, I'm like, "Well, can you?" Since
no email or anything?
No email, no nothing.
That's weird.
So I talked to them and I was like, "Come on, guys, you know, I need this item that I purchased. Your Target, you should be able to get it for me, right?" And he's like, yeah, don't worry. As soon as it's back in stock, you will get your item. I'm like, great. So then they send me and see, this is me going back and buying the meat stall now. And now I own whatever first stall it was and the meat stall. And soon I'm going to own the pie stall. And these little stalls only get you like 10 gold. But then I'm going to be getting 20 from all 2 of them, and then 30 from all 3. And you can see how nice that is.
And then you can afford some clothes.
Yes. So then he says, you know, I'm going to send you your item. And I'm like, that's great. Perfect. Okay, I can wait on this. I just wanted to know when I'm going to get it.
Right.
Like, thank gosh I wasn't in a hurry, you know? Now she's got little pigtails, and I work on this hairstyle a lot, but I like the big. She has like this big like bee's nest sort of thing later. It looks super good. Anyway.
A mask.
Yeah, 'cause it just looks cool, doesn't it? And I changed the gloves out for something way cooler later. But she has like nice noble gloves. She looks super stylish. It's a lot of fun to dress up your character too. But
I love that. For some reason, if there was a game that I could just dress, like I love.
There are a ton of games that you could just.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, they're
like,
god awful.
I love dressing my Bitmoji.
Yeah, no, I mean, I could probably find a game that's actually good that you can do that in.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to just, but like, I love doing that when you like make characters and name them and dress them. It reminds me of like.
I'll find a game and maybe we could do that one time.
Kind of like being a little kid playing dolls or whatever.
Yeah.
I used to. I could do that for like. I remember doing that for like hours and hours.
Oh my gosh! I never explained Grounder Pounder.
No.
Okay, real quick.
I don't know if I'm on board.
Let me finish this story.
Okay, finish your Target story.
So, they say the item's shipping like a week after I talked to the guy. 2 more weeks pass, and the item said it should have arrived. I wait another week, and I email them again, and I go, hey, it said it shipped, and then it's just never updated, ever. It's been a week now. And they go, oh, and he goes, give me a minute. He figures it out. They lost it. And then I go, oh, okay. When can I get it back? Well, we're out of stock, and I don't know if we'll ever get more.
Oh my
So he
God.
goes, the most I can do is refund you. So, you know, I wasn't going to be mad at him because he has no control over this.
Right, of
But
course.
Target, come on. So this is 3 times I've tried, or 2 times that I've tried to get this item. Unfortunately, on Black Friday, Target was the only one that had this other item that I wanted.
Oh.
So now I've got 2 items, and that item hasn't come either. Now,
Oh my God.
it said it was supposed to come 2 weeks ago. I checked last night. It's supposed to come now this week. So, Target being, so, oh yeah. And then when I got my return, because I used PayPal, they gave me store credit instead of actually giving me money back. So I wrote, so then I checked my email and it said, you know, why don't you tell us about your Target.com experience? And I was like, oh boy.
You asked for it.
Yeah. How would you rate your Target.com? And I wanted to be sure that I wasn't rating the guy that helped me.
Right, of
And
course.
you're not. It's just the Target.com experience.
People make that mistake of like taking it out on the
Yeah,
person.
yeah. And this guy, I even, so she's going to explain what your main goal right now is.
That is where
Of
Lucian
course,
is
it's to
now.
avenge your sister,
The tattered spire.
but more so, it's this.
The spire was intended as a conduit for all the magic in the world, granting the kingdom's ruler a power so great he could bend reality to his will. On the day it was completed, and the first wish made, a light bloomed inside, though its nature could not have been darker. Albion shattered. Centuries of civilization were wiped out in moments, its people erased from existence. Some say that this was the first wish, an end to a hollow and corrupt world, and for a purer one to take its place.
So that's his dream. He wants to build that up to
And
hopefully
now the
resurrect
spire
his
rises
wife
once again
and
by
his
Lucian's
family.
hand. Lucian
And
found
of course,
documents which
you
foretold
realize
the
how
fall
bad
of
that's going to be because he's
Lucian's
single-mindedly, you know, dedicated to this, and he doesn't care about really anything else. And I think he also wants immortality, you know, it's been a while, but,
Here,
and it's nice just having a dog.
Yeah. I
And
like
she
that
gives you
part.
these fate cards, and these are your objectives. You have to get the 3 heroes, which are each heroes of strength,
is a step on the hidden path
shooting,
to
and
Lucian's
magic.
downfall.
While you're a general hero that can do all of that, other heroes only specialize in one thing.
Lucian's agents scour the land.
And you're supposed to bring the heroes together
You must find the 3
and
heroes
stop
before
this and
Lucian,
save
because you are
Albion,
the 4th, the
which
one
is this
who will
mystical
bring his
land that you live in.
I have seen
Pretty
a
cool,
vision
right?
of a holy
Yeah,
ritual
it's so
in
funny. I know I'm like stuck on the dog, but
Salvation,
like
though bittersweet,
I just find it
is delivered
so
by one of incredible
interesting
strength.
that like he could just be
Speak to
laying
the
there
abbot
because
of
you're
the temple
focused on
and
these
see
2
what we can
characters,
learn
but
of this
he's
pilgrim.
moving, wagging his
Yeah,
tail,
isn't that
lifting his
awesome?
head.
The
It's
road to
kind of
look
I
for
like
will be
when
dangerous.
they throw
Good
in
luck.
details that they don't necessarily have to, but it makes it so much more interesting
The
and
pilgrim.
kind of
This
real like,
hero
you
has
know what I
great
mean?
Yeah.
spirit and awesome
So
strength,
now again, I'm
but it is
listening
not
to what the
his
fate
portion.
cards do,
The
and
pilgrim's
she's
path
talking
is
about the
to
pilgrim,
Mhm.
which is going to be the strength hero that I'm going to be getting, the mage hero,
The mage follows where wisdom leads, but always into conflict. Making an ally of this hero will cost you much.
the choice,
The choice. A terrible decision waits in your future, and just beyond it, a glorious reward.
and the relic.
The relic. An ancient device of incredible power, created by those who foresaw the terror of the spire. It waits for one with the strength to bear it, and for the 3 who can summon it.
Pretty cool, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. And here's just to show you your choices matter. You got offered to give the warrants to a criminal outlaw, or give them to this guy. And if you give them to this guy, as you can hear him saying right now,
respect for the law. After you gave me those arrest warrants, I broke up Nicky the Nickname's whole crew, and Lord Lucian made me sheriff. Of course,
just to show you that
then
your
he
choices matter.
disappeared.
He's made this
But
part the
crime is
nicest
way down,
little
and
part of
everyone
town in
uses
all of
their
Bowerstone.
Oh, nice.
And if you didn't, you could have made it the worst part.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, and
That's
your
kind of
choices matter and
rewarding,
stuff.
yeah.
Exactly.
Friend of the sheriff, you'll find the
So,
shopkeepers
what did
here
I
will give you a
score
discount on all
Target?
goods and services.
So I scored a
Of
0 out
course,
of 10
the same
because I
discount
didn't get the
extends to
items that I
sister
bought.
of yours.
I figured that's a pretty good justification,
Well,
right?
I won't
Not
take
just
any
because
more
I'm
of your
angry,
time.
but
Now,
because I
stay
literally
out of trouble,
bought
won't
something
you?
at a store and I just don't have it. And they're
Yeah.
not going to give it to me. They're
I
not.
guess that was fair.
That's a 0. That right there is the worst experience you can have when you go to a store.
Right. That would be. I've never ordered online from them.
Don't. What is... Oh, and then just look how magical this is.
I love that.
So you've got to figure out the riddle of each guy. Some guy wants you to make a certain pose, and you've got to figure that out. Other guys want certain requirements, like this guy's super hungry for meat. And you'll see how I figure that out in a second. What is the most important reason for the score you selected? In the Target reply. I have tried to buy several items online, and I just don't get the items. They get lost in transit, or they just say shipping for weeks on end. I am not recommending Target online to anyone. It's been abysmal. The customer service representatives were courteous, but I want my items from Target, and Target just says my item isn't available anymore. Oh well, check back later. I expect more from such a well-established store. Then, since I paid with PayPal, I get store credit. Barf.
Have you heard anything back?
No. Well, I'm gonna have to be online with them again anyway, because I have to get my store credit from the other transaction that just got lost.
I wonder if you can ask her if she can just have the money back.
Well, now that I know, I'm gonna ask this guy, but I asked Axel before, and Axel specifically didn't tell me that since I got PayPal.
Was his name Axel?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I told him it was pretty badass too.
Yeah,
I said it's a pretty cool name, and he goes, "Thank you so much. You've been a one." And I just feel so bad because you get the feeling that like they get crapped on all day by the littlest compliment that I gave this guy. He was like, "Wow, thanks." I'm like, "Axel, don't worry about it."
That's very nice. That shows a lot about you because, like, I did customer service and people are really mean.
Yeah, they are.
There's no need of it.
Yeah.
Anything can be
And what
resolved.
sucks is, well, these mean people get rewarded too.
They do, and that's terrible.
It is. Ground pounder. Gotta explain that. All right, we gotta explain it.
Okay.
So, I've been watching a terrible sci-fi show.
Okay.
I grew up and I did a lot of hobbies, and as I did these hobbies, I would watch something in the background. Sometimes what my parents had on a lot were sci-fi movies from the Sci-Fi Channel. That used to be a thing. I don't know if it's still a thing anymore. I don't know. I assume it is. But they played god-awful movies, and we all used to watch them. You know, my mom would like crochet or sew. I had no idea. I think somebody else played a video game, and then I was like, I did model cars for a bit. I painted, I drew, all that sort of stuff, and we'd watch these terrible shows. Well, lo and behold, I found a terrible show that's like every horrible sci-fi movie I've ever seen. It's like somebody grew up like me watching these, but instead of realizing that they're terrible movies and we should end developing things called standards, they said, I want to make something as terrible as this my entire life. And he's made a show.
Just owned it.
He's made a show where you never see the scary monster thing that you want to see. He's made, which is like a classic sci-fi trope of we're never going to see it, you know? Because they only have a budget of like his brother-in-law's, you know, stepmom's, you know, cash flow, $20 that he gave him. And then instead of focusing on any story, there's huge plot holes in it, like gaping plot holes. Yes, this is another mini game where you can chop wood. I did not include this one either. You can relax. But I just wanted to show you that it's another option. This is more of an open town and less of a city. So you chop wood in this, and it's just really nice to chop wood and have the day go by. You listen to fun music. The people go through each of the people have their own little lives, and at 10 a.m. they open their shops, and at 10 p.m. they close their shops. Like they all have. Time goes in a legitimate way here, and your dog gets super excited for you when you hit certain gold multipliers. Your dog gets super excited for you.
Is that why he was flipping around?
Yeah,
that's cute.
It is super cute, and it's also super rewarding to get a super high chain, and it multiplies the gold you're getting. So instead of getting 2 gold, I'm now getting 3 times that. And then I get promoted, and it's just a nice little, it's rewarding. So there's gaping plot holes in this show. There's love triangles that nobody cares about. The characters aren't well developed, and they go all over the place, and it's like so blatantly stupid sometimes. It's like, and the characters are all idiots, and they don't, and you know, other shows that are good, they spend so these kids get stranded somewhere, and instead of focusing on like hunting or how they're living, they have tons of meat. They have a store supply of meat. We've never seen them hunt once, or we've seen them hunt once and it went terribly, and then it's just a terrible show. But the funniest thing is, they said a phrase in it that says, at one point, he said, "Oh, I hear." They said a certain character went to Pound Town, and I thought that was the stupidest and most hilarious phrase I've ever heard. Isn't that the stupidest and most hilarious phrase you've ever heard?
I think so.
And now
I'm trying to figure out what it means.
Right? It's so stupid you can barely figure it out. It's supposed to be a sexy, like,
oh, I get
you went to sexy Pound Town. Yeah, that's how stupid it is, right? Oh, and also you can commission statues of yourself in each city. So, you know, I could do the hero pose in one city, and I could do the the bloodlust roar, which is what I do, or bloodlust growl, or whatever.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then when you walk through town, there's a statue of you, and people just go, "Isn't she great?" And they just clap for you. It's a nice little game. You could also do a seductive, like, I like doing the whistle one too, because you just like,
do we get to see the statue?
Yeah, I'll show you the statue after it's done. But I wanted to do something terrifying for my first one, because she's trying to do art, so I had to, you know.
Oh my god, it's like a bunch of crows.
Oh, it's a god-awful sound. I'm going to have to edit this to death, but... So, Pound Town, okay? They commit to it. They don't just say it once and that's the end of it. I know, I'm going to edit this part out.
Sorry, it was very, like, stressful.
So,
It sounded like a herd of crows, and I don't know if they can be a herd, but...
A murder of crows is what it's called.
What is it?
It's called a murder of crows.
A murder?
Yeah, it's called a murder.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why'd you know that?
Just one of those things, you know?
It is. It's not one of those things. That's a specialty.
So they say...
Murder of crows. Why do they call it that?
It's just a group.
I know, but like, why would you say a murder of crows?
Because people are stupid. They come up with all sorts of names for stupid stuff.
And we have to use them.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably better than a herd of crows.
It doesn't matter either way. Even if it was a herd, it doesn't matter.
A murder of crows. That's very interesting. I wonder what the origin of that is. Maybe when they make that noise, you want to murder them.
Good one. And here's the statue. This is back when I had pigtails. Now I've got the stylish. Wait, where the hell are my gloves?
That's very cool.
Yeah, and it is kind of cool that you're making an impact on the game in the game world that you're playing. And then I have to impress the abbot by earning renown. And that's how this game works, is you have to do a lot of quests for people in the town, and then after the town,
Oh, you can swim.
yeah. So you have to make the people in the town love you and like you, and then you can progress further. Like, do this quest for people, and then they'll like you. Just like the beginning, we found 5 warrants. That's what the pattern of the game's gonna be like.
Look who it is! It's me!
So in so they commit to Pound Town too. They say it all the time. Well, not all the time, but they say it quite a bit after that. And in the latest episode that I watched, because yes, I have been watching it, they call the person, because she associates herself with the grounders, they're called, which are the people who live on Earth, because it's one of those ridiculous post-apocalyptic shows. But they're all teenagers, because they don't know who they want to cater to. They don't know if they want to cater to the 14-year-old, 16-year-old audience, or if they want to cater to the, other public that's all older than that. So they actually balance their story out, blah blah blah. But most of the story is just around these like teenage age kids that are all ambiguously 18 to 25, and they're super young when it's convenient, and they're super old when it's convenient, And recently, one of the characters that associates with the Grounders was called, "Hey there, Grounder Pounder." And any other YouTuber you listen to, they go, "Hello there." And I was like, that's my thing. That's gotta be it.
I don't know.
This is what's the numbers are gonna soar after this video. Everybody's gonna be like, I want to be a Grounder Pounder.
Everybody's gonna be used. I know.
Thumbs up, like it. Like this video if you want to be a Grounder Pounder.
Oh my god.
It's so stupid. It's so great. Plus, it sounds so stupid, you don't know what it is either. So it doesn't sound too inappropriate. Right?
Yeah.
It just sounds moronic.
Yeah, pretty much. And you like that.
Well, I think it's hilarious, And this is you beating the quest for this guy. And,
what's on her head?
It's a feather.
Oh, it looks like bunny ears.
That's pretty awesome.
That is. I'd rather it be bunny ears.
Yeah, that would have been cute. So, and anyway, the Netflix show, The 100, that's what it's called. I don't think I've set it up until this point. But it's called The 100. And it's pretty bad. If you enjoy writing, or if you know what writing is, maybe you'll enjoy picking it apart as like a dirty little hobby. Because that's really what the show is. Like, what I've enjoyed so far is how much I was able to deconstruct of it. And just like, there's so many I've never had a show that I openly mock and that I just heckle so frequently. Like
I was gonna say, it sounds like you.
I've done it before.
Maybe it's just more frequent.
Yeah, no, but like, even some things just stop being funny. They stop being like, they get stupid, they get worse, this is consistently just dumb. And like, always plot holes. I'm just screaming like, then why did you do that then? Like, there was one part where they were like, oh no, the storm's, like, I don't want to ruin it because it'll ruin it, okay?
Right.
But I'm telling you, oh god, this show is just so awful.
Why do you keep watching it then?
Because I've never seen a train wreck quite like it.
You can't turn away.
Yeah, pretty much. She's singing a beautiful song right now, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you had to take the headphones off just now, so I just want to let you know. She's singing a beautiful little song. We could just listen to it for a second.
Sure.
Out to the seas,
Just drinking.
down by the reeds.
Yeah, she has this little sing-songy voice, and she's just kind of like letting things go. She's called the Pilgrim. She is a monk, and she is the strength hero. This is the first hero that I found, just to give you a little bit of a taste of what you'll be doing. So I earned the respect of the town by helping out Barnum, Okay, I got Barnum's Thesaurus, and I defeated the bandits near there, so everybody was like, wow, this new hero is awesome. And then I went to the abbot, and the abbot was like, you know, you are somebody that I can trust to protect my daughter. And so he gives you he lets you protect his daughter on her quest to go inside this cave and replant this massive oak tree that Oakvale is, you know, pretty, like, helps protect them, blah, 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 something like that, you know? Some massive tree, some spiritual journey. And, but she's a pacifist. So Teresa, which I always thought was really creepy, Teresa goes, we can't have that in, like, the background.
Oh,
Like,
I
what good?
love that dog.
I know. See, I made it a Siberian Husky. Look how cool.
Oh my
Now you
God.
just love it more, right?
No.
I'll edit that in. Yeah.
No, I like the other one too. I mean, they're both beautiful.
Well, the other one was literally called a mutt. It was like mangy and shit.
I know. I guess I like mutts. I always had mutts.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So,
Did my father mention that?
yeah, so what you're going to be doing is you're going to be going on a quest to help Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
And Hannah the entire time is just pecking in your ear. And she's really sweet. She's actually a really fun, friendly character. But it's just funny because your character doesn't respond at all. So she's just like talking your ear off. And you don't even say like a single thing to her. But this is just, again, a taste of what this game really is. And this is more what my character looks like, except she normally has long noble gloves, but I must have forgotten or not been able to purchase them yet or something. But she looks pretty cool, in my opinion. She looks pretty sophisticated.
I don't know if sophisticated is the word when you have feathers on your head and you're wearing a corset and thigh boots.
Okay.
I don't think sophisticated.
She's got it. She's got it.
She's got it going on.
She does. She does. But she's also sophisticated and noble. Like, you're not, like, she doesn't hand it out.
What? What doesn't she?
I was trying to be vague. But she's not, you know, she's not a runaround Sue type of...
Oh, really?
No. Very sophisticated. Yeah, even though he saw her in the first 2 minutes as soon as she could flirt with a drunk. She's still... Anyway.
I love the top of that corset.
Oh,
that's very sophisticated.
My tattoos. Okay, you're
no,
making a little bit of a point now.
I was just like, she's about to fall out of her corset.
So, if you're wondering why her veins are glowing, it's because your character actually changes based on how you level up, which is pretty cool, actually.
That is cool.
If you level up and you level up your shooting, you get taller. If you level up your strength, you get, like, more muscle and, like, bigger.
Cool.
And if you level up your magic, your veins start to glow with an ethereal blue light.
Oh, so is that what's happening now?
So no. This is just who I'm targeting. I'm targeting her right now to listen to her.
Oh,
but if you saw zoom in on her skin just a second ago.
Okay.
Anyway. So yeah, so this 100 show, they said that they couldn't close the door because, you know, they crashed down here, and it was like they made an entire episode about not being able to close the door and being protected from a storm that was coming.
This one's the first.
8 episodes later, they closed the door. It's like, you check. They've got a distillery. These 18-year-old kids have a distillery or whatever for booze and stuff.
Yeah.
And they have it's just the worst. That's really what it is. And everybody's stupid, and you're okay with, like, everybody. But oddly enough, the show gets, like, really intense sometimes. But it doesn't stay because it's just so ridiculous. Like, twice I shut up and stopped tackling because I was like, oh wow, this show got dark and, like, serious. But if you're okay with getting dark and stuff, I highly recommend it if you want to watch something crappy and like to pick something apart. Like there was this certain fun that I had when I was watching Doctor Who, because I could just leave it on in the background as I did homework and stuff, because it wasn't like too serious, you know, it was just kind of silly and like fun. Um, and because you don't want to miss anything that you love, right? Like I can't turn on like Dexter when I'm trying to do my homework or something,
Right.
or a project, because I'd be missing out on Dexter, which was an
Right.
amazing show.
Maybe we can help you.
But the 100, yeah, sure. Doctor Who, I think I can follow it.
Well, except for that one season
What one season?
with the girl you were obsessed with.
Oh,
You were not watching it in the background.
I was too, though.
Well, I don't even think I spoke to you
Okay, yeah.
because you were watching your show. I think you had a TV affair.
First of all, that was before we were dating. Kind of.
Kinda.
Kind of. Okay.
You have to admit though, it took you away because
It did.
you were obsessed.
Well, there's like 20 seasons of this show.
I know.
And the doctor, David Tennant, who was like really cool. He's just like a really fun guy. And you really got to know him well. And that girl was pretty great.
I know.
But
which one was that? Which season or girl was that?
it was one of the first. It was the first girl.
Didn't you try to tell me that she reminded you of me or something?
Yeah.
We've got a letter.
But that was again before we were dating. So it makes sense that she would remind me of you.
Why didn't you just say
'Cause nobody compares to you.
Oh,
So you know, if I really was trying to,
that's very sweet.
you know.
I just thought it was kind of like, yeah, I'm obsessed with her because.
Well, yeah.
No, but I know. I'm
Because
teasing
I like you.
I'm teasing you.
Oh, all right. Well, it failed because it just turned into a compliment
Give it to the mother.
for you.
She'll pay us if we
Oh,
just wait.
win-win.
So there's also lots of quirkiness going around. This game actually is a little bit dirty sometimes, but it comes from out of nowhere.
It is?
Like once or twice it's dirty.
Yeah,
And
like
just
I haven't seen that.
Just because it comes out of nowhere, you're like, oh, well, okay. And it's not that bad or anything, but this game's actually, I believe, rated M. So that, you know, they just don't have to hold back ever. And it's nice to play like a game that just does its own thing, that wasn't concerned about not being able to be bought by everyone, which I liked that it was just like, hey, we're a weird game. And then I just wanted to end on more relaxing, because this is really an idyllic little scene, I thought, with your loyal dog by your side and the rays of sunshine. I thought it was really beautiful and kind of calming. But anyway, Grounder Pounders, it's time to end this episode.
Oh my God. I think we need to end that name.
I think it's a great name.
I'm not 100% on board.
I gotta admit, the more I'm talking to you, the less I'm inspired by it. But you gotta admit, nobody else has had it. It'll bring everybody together. It'll bring everybody together. They'll be like, yeah, you know, the Grounder Pounders. You know?
Nobody wants to admit that. Yeah, I'm a Grounder Pounder.
But again, it sounds so stupid. It's like, you know, faux cool. You know?
So you can sound stupid.
I don't know. Okay, we'll think about it. And I barely got to talk about the show because it's such a massive train wreck.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. I mean, you could just sit at the screen for hours on end and just go, why is he doing that? Like just heckle at the shit because it's so silly. And then at other times they try to be so serious, and it only lasts for like 10 minutes before it's back to being the good old ridiculous show. But I got to admit, for episodes on end, nothing happens.
Oh, that's boring. I'd rather be heckling.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. So you're encouraged to heckle because the plot just stagnates. And my most favorite part of the show is the fact, see what I'm saying? The little villagers just move around.
I know, I was just noticing that. I'm like, that didn't have to happen.
No.
But it's like, it's kind of cool to throw that in. So, I love her dog in the background. That is the cutest little thing.
The way she dresses.
Yeah, I know you do.
come on, doesn't she look cute?
I didn't say she didn't. It's just not usually your wood chopping attire.
She's a hero.
She's
She's what Albion needs right now.
yeah.
Stop it.
I think it's what you need right now.
What? Oh, all right. Well, thanks. So, we have to end right now, but you have to tell me
Tell you
what you think of this game.
Oh, I really liked it. Like like I felt like a lot of the things we're watching, because I'm not really, into video games. It's kind of like action and, like the last one, like hit me, that thing. But this was just so like I just felt really happy watching it. Like I don't know. I just felt really happy. Like I loved how it started with the snow. It was like Christmas Carol, right? That's what it reminded me of. That sort of time and the snow and the old buildings. I just got a good vibe. And then with the dog, I don't know. Somehow adding that dog in there just made me like so happy. I
Oh, that's
just
great.
loved it. I just thought it was like really fun and interesting and like I don't want to leave it. I like it. It's like a nice little world to be in.
It is a great little world to be in.
Yeah.
You really feel like you're a part of the community, and it's so silly because like all you're doing is playing a lute and like farting in their general direction. It's like your interactions with them are so crude and like so basic.
Mm-hmm.
But it does make you like, even though they're just like, oh, she's great, isn't she?
Yeah.
It does make you feel more connected, which is a little bit crazy.
Oh, you did really good with your woodcutter job.
Yeah. Again, I was practicing for a straight hour, thinking this is what the entire thing's gonna be. Screw all that story stuff. And showing what the game's gonna
Just
be.
watching
Just pure wood chopping.
It's
oh,
gold.
Man. Oh man. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. It's enchanting. That's the word, It
Yeah,
really
that's
takes
the
you
word.
away, and it's just a magnificent little world that you
Yeah.
want to be a part of and you want to save.
Yeah, very nice.
And when the story's dark, it's only dark for about 2 minutes. You get used to it super quick, and lots of this game is dark because of you, because you can make good choices or bad choices. So again, if you make good choices, you turn the world into a great place, which is what everybody wants. And what we're trying to do here, I guess, in a smaller way.
That's really a nice way to wrap it up and put it, really.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad that you really liked this game.
I did. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. And good night. Do you want to sign off? Because I would, unless you want them all to be called Grounder Pounders.
No. I'm going to save everybody right now.
Go for it.
No, just thank you so much for showing this to me. And I really enjoyed it. It makes me really happy. And as always, we hope that people enjoy and relax and get out of it what we get out of it, which is to, just relax, calm down, have fun, not worry about your troubles or whatever. And I hope everyone likes and subscribes because you work so hard. And
thank you. You're a pleasure to do this with.
Oh, thank you.
And I
you
really do hope I bring you joy by bringing you into this new world or this new community that you knew nothing about. Good games and stuff, because they're really beautiful and they can really take you away.
Yeah,
in a way that
nice.
Movies, they just can't. Movies are amazing and perfect.
Right, but this is more interactive, so you can,
It's a completely different medium.
You're not viewing, you're participating, so it's different,
And I'm really glad you loved being in this world.
I did. This is kind of up my alley in a sense.
Yeah, that's great. And you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's really up your alley.
I would dress her different, but that's okay.
Thank you so much for listening, and good night.
Good night.